Okay, here we are in the second week of April. We have just passed Easter, and at Easter I learnt from my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, Christy and Damo, that a friend of theirs has been watching my channel. So I'm going to give a shout out to Tiffany of Millfield. Thanks for watching the videos. I hope you enjoy them. Okay, so today we're just going to do another quick comparison. Turns out I do actually have whiskies from the same distiller. Only two of them, but I thought we'll give them a go. So we're going to go to Japan, and we're going to compare the Suntory Toki and the Yamazaki 12-year-old. Okay, so they're both from the distillery of Suntory, which is the oldest whiskey distillery in Japan. I haven't got any notes up about the history of it, but I know that they studied in Scotland whiskey production, and this is probably why Japanese whiskey is very, very similar to Scotch whiskey. Okay, so now the Yamazaki is the Suntory's flagship brand for their single malts. Now you may remember this was gifted to me by my good friend Joshua, who resides in Japan. Thanks, Josh. As you can see, I really enjoyed your gift. And so it's a 12-year-old single malt. The Toki, on the other hand, is a blended whiskey. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing. I know whiskey snobs tend to, single malt only. Thank you very much. But there's nothing wrong with a blend, and the best thing about blended is it tends to be uniformed for years and years and years because they tailor the whiskey to the taste. So yeah, it's a little so it's a single malt versus a blended, but it's all good. So we'll try the Toki first. This one I got, I think, in Queensland last year, so you can see I also enjoyed this one too. So we'll start with the Toki. Okay, so we have a very nice golden colour. I know it looks a little red there on my screen, but here in person it looks very, very golden. Very fruity, crisp green apples. Hint of honey. Notes of peppermint. Okay, definitely getting a very nice crisp appley taste here, intermixed with the honey and a bit of peppermint. Not overly complex. No, nothing wrong with that either. Nice simple thing. I think the only thing I've tasted that has a much more clearer apple taste is the Glenfiddich Orchard. No, very nice, very nice. Nice and simple, very drinkable. Now we'll go for the Yamazaki. Okay, so a much darker colour. I'll bring up the Toki as an example. Yes, you can see it's a much darker, much more golden, a little hints of red in the Yamazaki. This is also a 12-year-old, so I'm going to hedge a bet, say the younger whiskies in the Toki, because the darker colour would be a result of maturing longer in the barrels. And remember, on a single malt, there may be older whiskies in it. 12-year-old is the youngest. Very nice, very fruity smell. For some fragrant flowers. Lingering notes of honey. So like the Toki, it has that smell, but I'm picking up slightly more citrus fruits than just apple. And that's just from the smell. Okay. Smooth in the Toki, that's probably again the age thing. Definitely getting some some citrus fruits. Probably an apple taste, but a stewed apple, so probably mixed with a little bit of cinnamon, Yeah, more of a toffee than a honey sweetness, so like a slightly darker sweetener. Yeah, again, very drinkable. Japan makes some fantastic whiskies. That's all I can say. Okay, so yeah, so hopefully next week will be delivery week. Then I'll find other stuff to compare. Yeah, all good. Okay, so again, shout out to Tiffany of Millfield. Thank you for watching, and for everyone else, I'll see you next week. Sometime.